we go. Adapt and overcome. I'm recording a podcast, Hodor. Hush. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 23 of the Hooked on Owls Knit and Crochet Podcast. I'm Lacey. I'm the hostess with the mostess. That was really lame. I apologize. I know it's been a hot minute since I've recorded an actual podcast, so I'm super excited to have a little bit of time solo to get to record one. Editing will probably be another story because I got a lot going on tonight, but I am hopeful that I can do this in one shot and do a quick upload. Pardon my bird's burps. Things you shouldn't have to say. So I've been away for a couple months to the point where I actually had to write down notes. Yeah. The bird's gonna talk this whole time and I apologize, but I just got out of work. As I'm sure a lot of you know by now, because I've said it in a previous podcast and I've posted it on my Instagram. I do work midnights at a new job. So I work from 10:45 to 6:45 a.m. or 10:45 p.m. to 6:45 a.m. And life has been pretty hectic. We moved houses. I did 2 different jobs since the last time I podcasted. I can't remember if I was working last time I podcasted or not, but I've had 2 jobs recently, an upgrade, a very big, awesome upgrade in the job. Way out of my normal career field, but it's pretty awesome so far. So just between the move and trying to figure out schedules and everything with school and then summer and then my new job, and I was in training for a month and a half, and it's been chaotic. We're still moving the house around how we want it. There's a lot of painting to be done, some repairs that need to get done. We keep finding some little things here and there that aren't so little things that need to get repaired. So it's been interesting to say the least, but I'm here today, finally sitting down, finally recording a podcast, and I'm very excited. Okay, first of all, I just have to say, look at this owl planter. It's got little ivy plants in it. My mom just got back from Arizona and brought that with her for me, and I am obsessed with it. It's so cute in my little sunroom. That's completely off topic. So, where to find me? Obviously, you can find me here on YouTube, and I am on Instagram and Facebook as Hooked on Owls, all lowercase, one word, and then I'm also on Ravelry as Lacey1321. So, like I said before, I've been gone for a while, so I'm not gonna go over everything that I've been working on or that I've made and things like that. I do have a couple projects that kind of got put on the back burner. Freaking bird. That got put on the back burner. I kind of got burnt out for a little bit with everything that was going on, and I was just a little stressed and I was just not feeling it. So when I come back around to projects that I need to finish really bad, I'll probably bring those up and show them to you in the next one or two. I mean, it's been so long, I didn't even get to tell you guys that my Sonora Shawl that I published back in episode 20 maybe or so, I talked about it then, I think. I got that published in the Happily Hooked magazine, so that was pretty cool. I don't know what I'm going to do about that bird. Maybe I can shut the door. I shut the door, so hopefully that stops the bird noise, but it might increase the echo, so I apologize. So where was I? The Sonora Shawl was published. I don't remember what else I was going to say. I'm not really going to go over life updates until the end, but just know if you see something in a later episode that pops up and you're like, when did she start that project? It's probably something I did in the last couple months that got put on the back burner. So for now, I do have a couple finished objects. I have 2 shawls out of 4 that I'm making for a customer's wedding. They're downstairs put away because they are white. So I'm not getting them out of their packaging until I give them to the customer because they're white and for a wedding. So I will pop in some pictures right here. Trying to remember off the top of my head what they look like. I will post links to the pattern for this one. I can't remember the name of it, and I didn't write it down because I literally made my show notes while I was at work on my break. So I didn't have internet access to look up that information, but I'll post it all down below for you. So then this next one was just kind of a combination of, like, I want to say it was a shell or a fan stitch or something along those lines. And then I added just like, I think it's virus shawl pattern underneath. And then I just did like some chain netting underneath of that part to give that one a layered look. I don't have it with me, so I can't really exactly remember what I did on it. But I do have one more in progress, and I have 2 total that I need to do. I got a couple commissions I need to start working on, but so those are the 2 shawls that I have done for the wedding. Another finished object I have is this baby blanket. I did post a couple pictures on on Instagram when I was making it, but I didn't ever post a completed blanket picture. This is my Mandala baby blanket. It uses 2 balls, and it makes like the perfect size little baby blanket. Just a little square. I just did corner to corner, and I do corner to corner until I'm almost out of the first ball. My corner to corner is slightly modified. When I do my corner to corner, I said that up like 50 million times, corner to corner. I only chain 2 instead of 3 because I think it gives it a bit of a neater edge. And I know there was something else. Oh, the hook combination. But yeah, I only chain 2 instead of 3 so that the holes aren't so big. It actually saves a lot of yarn by only chaining 2 instead of 3. And then I just did a front post, back post, double crochet for a border around it. And like I said, it only takes 2 balls of Lion Brand Mandala yarn. So it's a nice, cheap little baby blanket that when it gets washed is super soft and snuggly. And there's that. I must start it on fire because I have a candle behind me. So that one is done, and I set it off to the side for whenever somebody's having a baby, which I know a lot of people are right now. So that's quite useful, or will be useful at some point. What does it say? It says it's all I have done, but I'm going to consider this done, okay? Because I just finished it while I was waiting for my phone to charge. But when I say just finished, I have not even cut off the end yet or sewed in any of the ends. So I actually did another baby blanket. Did I drop a stitch there? What is that? It's just a loop. Okay. This is also part of my acquisitions, just so you know. I went to Joann's on a whim, and they were having a sale. One of which was the Premier brand Parfait Layers. It's normally like a $10-ish cake, and I got it for $3.97. I bought 2 of them. It is 100% polyester, and it's a bulky weight yarn, but you get 459 yards of a bulky weight yarn. 459 yards is a lot, especially for a bulky. So I have about, pull it out, I have about this much left. And I probably could have made it around one more time for the border, but I didn't want to risk it. This yarn, like I said, it's about $10 a ball normally. It's going to be worth it anyway, in my opinion, because this is some of the softest I've ever felt. This is the blanket I made. It is quite big for a baby blanket. I just did half double crochets. I used a J, it's wore off. Oh, there it is. J, 5.75 millimeter hook. Yes, I pretty much did use it because it was green. This yarn does call for a bigger hook, but I think the J hook worked out quite well for my tension. I think it gave it just the right amount of airiness to it. But I did half double crochets back and forth. I think I did 100 stitches. And I did them in the third loop, the back loop, so that it gave this cute little ridge design on the front and the back. So it's completely reversible, 100% machine washable, I believe. Yep, machine wash warm. So that's great for baby shower gifts, in my opinion. I had it in a bag and my hook kept catching on it, so now I keep seeing little snags, but they'll wash out, so it's no big deal. Because like I said, I just finished it. It's still got some ties I gotta fix now. This one is where I connected the second ball, and clearly I didn't care about matching up the colors. This one here has, my only problem with this yarn is every now and then where the colors change, it doesn't just change color, it ties off. Now this one was really bad, you can see. So I left a loop and I'm gonna cut and sew that part in. The other ties aren't really quite as bad. I took a picture, I'll pop it in here. They still made me a little nervous, I won't lie. But once I wash and everything, we'll see how it holds up. I'm assuming it's gonna hold up or else they wouldn't tie it off like that, you know what I mean? So we'll see. But that's my last finished object, and I quite love this one. Yes, I know I have 2 baby blankets. I'm not having any babies, so don't even bother asking. That shop is closed. No babies for me. But like I said, I know a lot of people that are having babies or have recently had babies. Look at the speckle in that. Isn't that cute? So I figured this was a nice gender neutral color. I literally picked it up because it was on sale and it was soft, and I actually wanted the one that was teal and white with like the coral speckles, but they only had 1 ball, and I knew I would need at least 2 to make a blanket. So I got that done, and those are all my finished objects. So I do have a hoe and a whip as well. I have a sock. Oh, I haven't had a sock in a long time, you guys. This yarn is Patent Stretch Socks. You see that? It is a cotton, wool, nylon, and elastic blend. It's awesome. If you haven't used sock yarn with elastic in it, I recommend it because you can make it a little bit snugger and it fits nice and tight, just like a regular sock, like a store-bought sock. I'm quite obsessed with this yarn. The sun is gonna start shining in here now because it's getting later in the day. I might have to take my glasses out because it's reflecting really bad. Okay. It's getting later in the day, so the sun is starting to come in now, right through the trees there. But anyway, I have a hoe. Super excited. This is the Liesl Sock pattern by, I want to say it's the Woolly Kraken. I believe I tested it for a while back, and I'm slightly obsessed with this pattern. These German short roll heels, I believe is what they're called. Way easier than a heel flap and gusset in my opinion. I quite like it. And it fits really good too. I probably need to work on my German short rolls a little bit because I do have a bit of a holy area. You probably can't, yeah, you can see. It gapes a little bit, but I quite like it and they're really comfortable. So I have this one completely done. This one I have done the cuff, the heel, and I'm that far into the foot. There we go. Dang, sun's gonna ruin everything. So that is what I have done on this one. And we're moving into whips with that because that's the only hoe I have. So yay, this one's pretty close though. If I actually like sat down and put some time into this one or had some like car knitting to do, that'd be nice. But everywhere I'm going right now, I'm driving. So like I gotta go to Midland today for my best friend's daughter's 2nd birthday, but I have to drive, so I can't knit in the car. Maybe I'll take it with me. We'll see. I tried to take it for a walk, and I ended up getting like a big tangly knot. So that's got to get fixed before I can work on it. That is living in my adorable little project bag. I got this one from Crochetcakes. Love it. I think it's got her little label there. Crochetcakes. I love this bag. I love the arrows on it. One of my favorites. Another work in progress. I have a couple more I'll show you, and then we'll call that good. This one, Crochetcakes, speaking of which, her and Crochet Luna are hosting the Summer Romance Calligan, and this year's theme is, I think it's When Opposites Attract. And it took me a while. I saw it and I thought about it for a while. And then I had a moment of, I'm like, oh, well, I can do Labyrinth, but I did Labyrinth last time because, I mean, I like Labyrinth and all, but I had to stop and think of something like really opposite, you know, opposite attract kind of movie. And instantly I thought of Crybaby. If you haven't seen it, it's kind of one of those cult classic movies. It's got Johnny Depp in it, and he's a drape, which is like the bad boy, and she's a square. And at one point they call her a scrape because I think Pepper says, no, she's a scrape, part square, part drape. I think she's pretty. So there's a scene, I'll post some pictures as I talk about this. There's a scene that I love. It's when they first sing together at Turkey Point, and she's wearing like this olivey green and like black, and he's got black and creamy white on. And then also there's the poster where she's wearing like this pinky purple outfit. And those are the two things that stuck out to me the most. My camera's tilting slowly. Pardon. Maybe. So anyway, those were the two things that stuck out to me the most when I was thinking about the movie. And those are the colors that I really wanted to pull from, which was cool because I have a ton of not scrap yarn, like minis or leftovers. I'm like, well, that'd be the perfect project to put them into. So I went down in the basement for like 2 hours and played around with some colors until I found some random ones that I could use up and was excited about. And you know what? I'm not sure if... Okay, I wasn't sure if this was done or if it was a work in progress still, but I apparently haven't picked this up in a while because I must have got frustrated that I ran out of yarn right in my last row that I was gonna do. But this is what I got. It is a V-shaped shawl. I started out with corner to corner with some black. Hey, you can kind of see that. And then I took some random olivey green with like acid splashes in it. And I did just like a front post, back post double crochet on there. And then I did a little bit of netting. This yarn here, I don't know the name of it, the color, but I know it's by Northern Bee Studio. I picked it up at one of the fiber festivals. Oh, I think I got it at the one in October in Ann Arbor. And I am obsessed with it. It's so fun and colorful. I really wasn't sure what I was going to use that one in when I picked it up, but it really just gave the perfect little accent, in my opinion, for this one. And then I just did another row of like some pinks, followed by more front post, back post in a different color green. I did a little row of silvery gray, or like a silvery black here, silvery grayish black. Some, I think that's just double crochet rows, 3 double crochet rows of some more black. And then I did a little bit of netting in some pink and cream, and I was finishing it off. I was gonna try and do get some double crochet rows in the green and do like a front post, back post again, but here's my center, and I made it only to here before I ran out of the green. I've only got, that's not even it. Yeah, it is. I've only got this much left. So that clearly is not gonna make it around the rest of the shawl. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna finish it off. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna keep it this way. I had a momentary thought of, well, why don't I rip it back a bit, maybe to the black, and then maybe somehow extend from here over to make it all the way around. I'm not even sure how big this is right now. I know when I block it, it's really gonna grow. And honestly, once I block it, it'll probably be fine because it's gonna grow quite a bit because it is all wool and stuff, but I'm really excited about this one. Like, I never would have normally picked these colors, but for some reason they were just like screaming to me and I wanted to make this. And I'm super excited I did. It's probably gonna end up being one of my favorites. So I might just block it and call it good, or I might obviously pull the rest of this one back, but I haven't quite decided if I want to maybe get another thing of black and finish it off with black. I really wanted it to end in the green, but I would have preferred to have at least 2 or 3 rows of like a front post, back post to continue on with that feel that I had going on here and here. I might just wait and get some more green from the next fiber show and finish it. I haven't decided yet, but I really like that one. It's a lot of fun just putting random designs together and making a little pattern out of it. So yay! And that one is being housed in one of my all-time favorite bags. I love this bag. This is by Fatesthread. She has an Etsy. I'll link it for you because her bags are the best. She has some of the best fabrics you'll find. They're totally random out there. She's the one I got like my World of Warcraft bag from and my Labyrinth bag from. And I feel like I have at least one more, but I know I have at least these 3 from her because they're fantastic. Her bags are great. They sit so nice too. Okay, the last work in progress, that's not true. We'll talk about one more. This is the center part of the 3rd wedding shawl that I've started. Yay! So now that the center part's done, I've done a bit of a border around it. I'm gonna build off from there. I have no idea what I'm doing with it yet, but I really need to get a wiggle on. I didn't just say that. I really need to work on it because the wedding I think is in October and it's already July 13th. So I have to finish this one and do one more. I've been using this Red Heart Super Saver Jumbo for all of these. Bless you, Red Heart, because this might just be cheap white yarn, but when this gets washed, it is so stupid soft, and I just love it. So thank you, Red Heart, because you made life simple. Isn't that cute? I can't remember what this design's called. I'll have to look it up because I think it's a really cool looking pattern. I want to say it's like April Showers or something. Somebody had modified it, and I found it somewhere. I don't even know, but I really liked it. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the next couple layers, but we'll see where that goes because I'm totally just making them up. They're going to be one of a kind. So now I have one more whip that I'm going to share, and it is my Weekender sweater. If you follow me on Ravelry, you know, I keep saying that. If you follow me on Instagram, you will see I had a bit of an issue with my Weekender, where I did my swatches and everything, and did I seriously stop in the middle of a row? What was I thinking? Sorry, apologies. I did my swatches and everything, and I was knitting along on my project, and I knit the 15 inches necessary to divide for the sleeves. never stopped to try it on before then. I'll pop up some pictures. I took it off to divide for the sleeves and realized this thing can fit 2 of me. And that's not terribly small. So I ripped out, like instantly. I was like, I'm not gonna wear this. It's gonna be too big. Forget it. Went downstairs, hooked up to the ball winder, and just went to town and frogged that thing on the ball winder. Hardcore. Started it back up that night. And it was really cold spring, like a really cold spring. So I had like this sweater bug big time, and I busted through in just like 2 weeks. I busted through the whole 15-inch section again, and I divided for the neck up top on the one side, and I'm working on the back side now. Now this is inside out. If you've made a weekender, you'll know it's inside out. When you work it, this is gonna be what the actual sweater looks like. It shows the purl bumps, and then it's got this really cool little feature here. And then with the ribbing on the bottom is also matched by a ribbing up top that you do. And it goes kind of like, this part's gonna be a collar. So this part's like double right here. And then it goes across your shoulders. It's gonna have this like seam going down it, and then it starts from like here down. And it's gonna be really cute. So I'm really excited about it. I just have to finish the back part and then the sleeves, and then that will be done. Look at that yarn, isn't that cool? This is, if you haven't used this yet, I recommend it already. I'm not sure how it washes and everything, but it's the Comfy Cotton Blend by Lion Brand Yarn. It's really soft, like really soft. This is the Cloud 9 colorway. It is like a DK weight, a size 3, and you get 392 yards in it. But it's got a bunch of colors. Like Lion Brand has had a ton of new yarns come out lately, and my Walmart stocked this one pretty quick. So I bought a bunch of it to make this with. I have no idea why, but I knew that that's what it was gonna be for. And I'm super excited that I've got so much of it done. It actually almost looks like a sweater at this point. And I can't wait to wear it. Even though it's like 90 something degrees right now, I will be wearing it the day it's finished. But I haven't been working on it because I have commissions to do. I actually have some like baby mobile decorations I gotta do, and some woodland animals, I think. I haven't heard back from her, so I'm not sure on that one. But I do know I need to do some little like desert style. I think there's like a mountain and a cactus and something else, but those are my current works in progress. And this has probably already gone on much longer than I wanted it to because I have to go to bed. So that's all I have for that. And side note, for that blanket, I probably will be writing up a pattern at some point for it. It's just gonna be a super basic pattern, so it'll just be like up on my Ravelry for free if anybody's interested. So last thing I want to talk about is some yarn that I've got. I did get some knit crates, which I did a separate video for, so I'll pop a link to that up here and also down below if anybody's interested in checking out what knit crates I got recently. Also, if you're interested in signing up for Knit Crate and you want to get a discount for your first box, I'll pop a link down below for that as well. And use my code Hooked on Owls 20, and that'll get you 20% off your first box. Other than that, I got the Premier yarn, and I picked up this other one as well because it was on clearance. It's called Stitchbird by Lion Brand, and it's really cool looking. I literally bought it just because it looks cool. I think this one normally retails somewhere between $6 to $7, I want to say. And I got it for $2.47 a ball. So I bought 2. I wasn't sure. I was thinking either a cowl or a hat. And I'm kind of thinking I might want a hat. And Abby might want a hat. And we might have to have hats that need some black furry pom-poms or something. I don't know. I haven't decided. It's either going to be a hat or a cowl, and I think it might be knit because I feel like the yarn would show off better. From what I've looked at online, I feel like it shows off a little bit better in knit. So we'll see where that goes. And I know I've probably talked about a lot of these before. I know I've talked about them on my Instagram. So if you follow me there, you probably have seen all these. I don't remember if I talked about these two the last time I podcasted or not. These are from Chromatic Yarns, who is Hannah from the Corner of Craft. All her yarn is D&D inspired. And I got Winter Sprite on her sturdy sock and Front of Magic on her sturdy sock, which oddly enough, Josh and I started playing D&D. We have like 3 campaigns, 2 with friends and 1 with the kids. But one of mine, I'm a wizard, and I actually have Front of Magic. So that was kind of funny that I ended up having that be one of my things after I'd already ordered it. No idea what these are going to be, but I thought they were really pretty, especially this one. My battery's apparently almost dead again. So yeah, those are those. I'm pretty sure, I think I've already shown you those, but now you see them again. This one, I know I didn't show on a podcast, but I did show on my Instagram. This is by Sleepy Fox Yarn Company. And I'm going to show this off because not only is this awesome, it's by one of my friends who is Holly from it was the Yarn Journey podcast. The Yarn Journey Crochet podcast. But now I believe it's the Sleepy Fox Yarn podcast. I'll put her link below as well. I'll put her Etsy in case you're interested in buying, and I'll also put her podcast link. So this one came as a mini. This was not a set. I bought these 2 separately, but she just put them in a set for me together. I want to say this was Seafoam. And this one is Dark Fairy. Now, if you'll notice, it's got a little bit of that seafoam color throughout it. So I was thinking about putting them together. I'm not sure how. You can kind of see. Every so often, it's got like a little speckling of it. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. I've had it for a while now. It's one of those that you just can hold on to because you think it's really pretty. I like it. And then, I know she's got another colorway coming up that I really liked. Can't remember if it's out or not though. I'm gonna have to look into that and see if I can get some more. Last yarn I'm gonna show you is, I got entered in a Instagram. You know how you always enter in like all the Instagram giveaways because you want to win some of the pretty yarn for free? I actually won one. And this yarn is amazing. How perfect is it that out of all the Instagram giveaways that I won, it's teal. It's gorgeous. This is by the ndyarncompany. This one is called Icicle, and this one is called Poseidon. And they're stunning. Stunning. It's really terribly soft. Fingering weight, it's the ND sock base, which is a 2-ply 80-20 blend of superwash merino and nylon, 400 yards per skein. I love it. Love it. So I was super excited that I won that one. Of all the ones I've entered, super happy that that one made it to my door. I think I won that on April Fool's Day because I remember her posting, you won, it's not a joke, messaging me. I'm like, are you sure it's not a joke? Because I don't ever win these things. So that's all I've got. Oh, here's her card in case you want to look up the yarn. I'll post a link to their website below as well. But that's all I've got that's yarn related. So if you're here for just yarn content, thanks for stopping in. It's good to chat with you guys again. If you want to stick around for some life chat, feel free to do so. So I wrote a list. As I mentioned previously, new job, new house, and Josh and I are getting married. Yay! That probably won't be till like May of next year, I'm thinking. So I want to incorporate crochet into it somehow, or knitting. I'm not sure what I want to do. I thought about making a shawl for myself and the bridesmaids, but that's a lot of work. So I thought about making just one for myself, which might be what I do. Because at first I was thinking about doing some table decorations with it. But then I ended up kind of changing my idea of how I wanted the tables to look. So it wouldn't quite go as well as I was hoping it would. So I'm rethinking that, trying to figure out how, because I have to have some kind of yarn at my wedding. That's not really a question. Other than that, the kids are doing great. We're having a great summer. With the new house, we actually have a cherry tree out in our backyard. So Abby and I have been picking some cherries off of it, and we made some cherry crumble the other day. And I've got a couple more bags of cherries. I gave some away to my sister. I think we spent like 4 hours between picking, washing, getting the pits out, cooking, and all of that. So we actually still have more cherries on the tree to pick too. I'm gonna have to look up some more recipes. I think I might want to make like a cherry cake or something, like a cherry pound cake. I saw a recipe for that looked really good. Getting on to thirds is weird. If you've never worked a third shift, it's really weird. It's exhausting, like you're constantly tired. I've been trying really hard to stick with my routine, going to bed when I get home, waking up as early as I can, hanging out with the family until I have to go to work again and things like that. But it's exhausting. The job working on thirds is quite nice because people are sleeping. So it's not bad, and really it's no different than if I were to be working all day and sleeping all night. It's pretty much the same premise for like family wise, but it's hard to get in that routine, and then people want to call you and text you during the day, and the dogs want to bark during the day, and the kids want to run and play during the day, which thankfully Josh's mom has been amazing. She comes over in the morning between our shifts changes, and because Josh works first shift at the same place I do. So she comes over in between shifts for us, and she will take the kids out for breakfast too. There's like a breakfast program at her apartment, and she'll take them, oh, hello sunshine. She'll take them there for breakfast, then she takes them to the park, and she takes them to the library for a couple hours, and she takes them outside to play, and there's like this craft place in the next town over where they do all sorts of like pottery lessons and painting and drawing and any kind of crafting you can imagine. I think they have like knit, crochet, and sewing and all that stuff too. So she takes them there to hang out for a while, and it's been a lifesaver to like have her do that so that I can actually get some rest. Oh, I think that's telling me I need to wrap it up. So what else do I need to talk about? Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, so like I'm gonna post a couple pictures because this is ridiculous. I realized that being on midnights makes you do weird things, like make muffins, banana muffins at like 3 a.m. I was sitting around drinking my coffee, making banana muffins, and then I watched some podcasts on YouTube. I'm trying to get caught back up. I am desperately behind. I pretty much have not watched like anything at all because I don't have a whole lot of time with my new schedule, and the kids have kind of taken over the TV, and my computer still isn't working, my big one. My laptop barely works because it's old and busted, but hopefully getting my big PC fixed here pretty soon because that's where I do a lot of my work. So like my pattern writing and stuff I can't do until that's fixed, I don't think. I'll have to look into it. I have a hard enough time uploading these because of that being broken. But yeah, so I made muffins, and I was like hanging out watching YouTube videos and folding like 4 loads of laundry at like 4 a.m. It was great. I can't look at this because the sun's in my eyes. Meep. Okay. Now that the sun wants to like blind me, I'm gonna wrap it up here. So last couple things life-wise. Like I said, we're still moving things around. I do have a craft room that I'm getting set up. Once that is not chaotic, I'll probably take some pictures or maybe start recording down there. So maybe I can like record at nighttime when everybody's asleep, and I can record more frequently is kind of a goal. We also are setting up like a workout room because we have a big basement. So hopefully we can get like our treadmill and stuff set up down there, and I can get back into a routine of working out because I have fallen off that wagon hard. But like Randy from Randy's Ramblings has been working her ass off, like literally. She looks amazing, and it's been really inspiring. So I'm hoping maybe I can find like a half of her energy to like do that too. But the problem is we have the month of cake starting here, which sounds weird. The month of cake at our house. My birthday is the 29th of this month. And then we have a birthday on, like all the rest of them are in August. 13th, the 21st, the 22nd, and the 23rd. And I feel like I'm missing somebody. But all those are birthdays in our house, including Josh's mom. So we pretty much have cake for like a month. So I'm gonna have to either like not eat the cake this year or like make like keto cakes or something, because yeah, it's a lot of cake. It's a lot of cake. But I am gonna go because I'm going blind, and I have to go get some sleep before I go to pick up the kids to go to a birthday party that's like an hour away. So I am so happy I was able to finally record and catch up with you guys a bit, and I can't wait to record the next podcast, which will hopefully be in probably about a week or two. I'd like to say it's gonna be in a week, but knowing me, it'll probably be closer to 2 weeks. So until then, I'll see you guys later.